Morning friends, this is like being in Australia and facing the fast bowlers heat on the first day, first show, and you know how India did. But then with Dr. Ashok Shroff's team, I'm sure it's a different story altogether. We are here to see that how do we get rid of our so-called spectacles and see and manage our life with blended vision and or manage to see near, intermediate and distance at all points of time without any kind of aid. The most embarrassing moments for a lot of people, being regularly with people, and that's where has helped me to form the law of default ultimately in this world. But to come back to our main topic, most embarrassing moments are reading a menu, seeing or writing a check, reading a letter. Now all these put together and to realize that turning 50 wasn't so bad. You should accept reading classes as a sign of maturity. You know, a lot of people who say, 40, you tell a lady at 40 that she's going to start reading classes. Oh God, doc, I've got aged now. I think I'm on the wrong side. But you give them a good idea that it's like wearing and getting your teeth wisdom tooth. So it's like wisdom glasses. It's an interesting statement that there's a movie which this should show a statement of life.
It's good to be you.
It's deteriorated a little bit, but it's something which is very important in people's lives. To be what they are.
Could make me be true. Could make me be blue.
It's good to be to you. That's the summer. Monovision is suitable for all fresh biopsy and age-related farsightedness. So far, multifocal glasses and bifocal contact lenses only option. Here, all 40 plus would agree that how much it is a pain to watch a bird on the tree and read the newspaper at the next moment. The functional target, it's not actually monovision because that psychs off a lot of patients, but it's actually blended vision. Both eyes blended together to optimize the functional vision. It's a temporary monovision. The target would be anything between -1 to -1.75 in the non-dominant eye, no matter what age. Most selected patients would initially need only one eye done. And there is a very high level of satisfaction. What was the feeling this morning when you woke up?
Oh, when I woke up, I was feeling so nice. Without specs, I could see everything. Otherwise, without specs, I was totally a blind person. Today, I feel that way. I could not see anything.
Could you read that Times of India also?
I read Times of India without specs.
And that idea that one eye distance and one eye near. She's a doctor herself and she was postponing herself. She was a very high hypermetrope with almost +4 for reading. And you can see the happiness on her face. Addressing the patient with priorities with blended vision. Improve near vision without loss of distance vision and increase the depth of field. Some patients may get a little while to get adopted. Be prepared for this. But they adopted, they will. That's for sure. Preparing them pre-op as usual. Pre-op chair time is the most important part of life. All myopes are happy as they love reading without glasses. All of us, when we do a good IOL with a 20/20 vision with a monocular lens, and you give a myope good 20/20, but if he cannot read, he's going to curse you. Doc, I could remove my glasses and I could read the smallest of the newspaper font, and now I can't do that. That makes them miserable. Hypermetropes are extremely happy as they suddenly start seeing the palm lines and they start seeing things and the SMSs. It's dependent on patient selection and proper expectations. Have you great distance vision without glasses? Are you 45 years and are you tired of reading glasses? These are questions which most patients would say yes to because that's what they want and that's why they've come to you. They must have reasonable expectations. There's vision for daily life. My statement would be that in 80% of your normal activity, if I can make you spectacle free, I think I've achieved my job. Hyperopia and presbyopia are progressive conditions. Let them know that very clearly. The patient will need to read reading glasses as they get older and may need another procedure down the road. May be ready to work with procedure of a new tool with a functional endpoint. Of course, hypercritical patients, you tell them do this, they'll say no. You tell them do that, they'll say no. Why not do this? No. Well, don't even tell them that go home, don't do nothing about it. Patients with unrealistic expectations and of course night drivers would definitely have a problem with monovision. Of course, this is a very important statement that life is a constant state of compromise. May it be all married people would generally come to this conclusion that yes, it's a constant state of compromise. One cannot eat and have the cake too. LASIK, conductive keratoplasty and intraocular lens implant.
sure you get close to the ball and you have to make sure the ball hits the pad. Just look at this.
Oh, this spin's big, massive. Middle stump, behind his legs.
This is the problem the left-hander has. He sees the ball pitching in the rough, doesn't want to play it. But that's turned 2.5 feet. 2.5.
46 to 70, planning to live longer and being healthier, don't mind investing their money to improve their quality of life. Counseling, of course, and mention about the intermediate depth. Never promise that you will be free from glasses. Dominant side of the... Now, how does one find the dominant eye? The dominant side of the brain, dominant, explain to them. They are aware, but they are not aware. They are only aware that they are right-handed or left-handed. So tell them that even you have a dominant side of the brain. On the telephone when you are listening, there will be one ear which is dominant. Even while walking, you pick up the first foot first. Then it will make sense to them that there is no harm, that throughout their life they have been doing dominant and non-dominant. A very important question a lot of students ask me is that how do we determine dominant eye? One user, that viewfinder of the camera, pointing forefinger at a point object, doing the cross, telling the patient to hold the monovision card. Now this is an interesting card that I have. You tell the patient to hold it in front of their hand, look at a plus sign there, and let them concentrate on the plus sign, and automatically you will find that the hand 100 out of 100 times will focus and tell them that they can see with one eye. Actually that's their dominant eye. There are quite a few patients who are right-handed, but when you do this they will realize that they land up with the left eye. So they were converted right-handed. LASIK for myopia and hyperopia, all presbyopic group. Myopia, total correction, dominant eye, and undercorrect the non-dominant. And of course hyperopia, overcorrect the non-dominant eye. Sports people may not like when they want depth of perception, when like Sachin Tendulkar is what he is, because by the time the ball leaves the bowler's hand, he has sighted the depth of the ball and he has put himself into action. Sports people may not, a tennis player, a football player may not like this. Some people may take time for adaptation, and occasional shadow or halos around, and night driving may need glasses. Points, what I'm trying to say, friends, on an important topic, it's very important that the patient is happy and you make them happy, whatever they want. Don't go against their wishes. It's very important that they find their comfort zone in the whole episode. Thank you very much.